Melissa. I just want to tell you a little bit about my story. I was born with eczema, or I was born with a skin condition that they called eczema. I was prescribed topical steroids from a very early age, and I used them into adulthood. Topical steroids were basically the only option back then. It was what everybody had, it was what everybody used, so you know, the emphasis on diet and lifestyle were just not really a thing back then. I used them into adulthood. They did thin my skin a lot, as they said they would. They did stunt my growth, as they said they would, which is why I'm really teeny right now. They were with me probably every day I used them. It became increasingly worse. I had to use it more and more, you know, the older I got. Up until my early 20s, I saw many doctors really just trying to push them for a solution, trying to push them for answers and treatments and a cure, basically. I was looking to be cured of this because, I mean, who wants to live with this condition their whole life? So I went to the doctors and I would ask them, you know, hey, sir, doctor, mister, what would you recommend for me? What can you do to help me with my eczema, because I've been using these steroids for so long? And they would say, what's that? I said, what would you recommend I do to get rid of my eczema? You're doing it. You're using steroids. That's what you need to do. Yeah, but didn't you say that I shouldn't be using steroids for too long because they can damage my skin? Yep, that's right. Yep, you just keep using the steroids. There's no cure for you. You've got this for life, so congratulations. But you said that the steroids shouldn't be used for too long. Aren't they dangerous? Yeah, that's right as well. Yep, you're right on both accounts. Okay, so what should I do? How am I meant to get rid of my eczema? And that's essentially how the conversations would go. So I took it upon myself to basically try to heal myself. And in my early 20s, I went off of steroids completely, cold turkey. It affected my whole life. I suffered, I couldn't sleep, I bled through the sheets every night. My skin became, it basically looked like I had eczema from top to bottom. Every aspect of my life suffered, and it was terrible. I did it for about a year, and then after that I assumed that, well, this is just my eczema, this is just how it is. I had no idea that it was topical steroid withdrawal, and I had no idea that is the process that you go through to get to health. I just thought that this is me, so I'm condemned to use topical steroids for the rest of my life. A few years ago I started seeing a naturopath, and she was wonderful. She helped me realize what was actually the underlying cause of my eczema. Although I know it is genetic, but being genetic, it just means that you have to work a little bit smarter and you have to be more savvy with your lifestyle. I was doing all the wrong things. I was eating all the wrong food, drinking all the wrong drinks. I was, you know, my entire diet was essentially causing my eczema. And she helped me deal with that. However, I was still on the topical steroids. So she pushed me to go off of them, and as scared as I was, I had a bit more knowledge and I was a bit more educated about what I was going to experience. And let me tell you, it was not pleasant. I went through topical steroid withdrawal, and it was one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Having said that, I don't regret a moment of it because it has given me my health back. I don't have to use steroids anymore. I'm feeling great. You know, every week, every day, every month, I just feel better and better and better. I'm regaining my life again, and I'm realizing what true health is. I wanted to make a website to help people with eczema and people going through topical steroid withdrawal. I want to provide you with all the products that I use, all the methods and treatment types that I use that worked, the ones that didn't work, ones that work for other people but don't work for me. I just want to basically provide everything, every possible method of treatment that I can find and give it to you. And if you have any questions, if you want me to talk about something, if you have a particular treatment that you've tried that you haven't seen on the website, then please get in contact with me and let me know, because I'd love to hear about it and pass it on to the world. And I really hope that the treatments that you find on my website are helpful to you, and I wish you happy healing.